Try to think back on a movie about an artist and try to recall how they depict the artist making the art. You know why they do it this way? Because otherwise it's too boring. This is what practicing music actually looks like. A lot of people expect making art to look and feel this way. In reality, there's a lot of tedium involved. It's like coding. There's not a lot of mainframe accessing through the whackity-schmackity-do bypass going on. It's mostly just staring at colored words and a lot of hair pulling. Art is cool, but it's not always cool. In fact, it's not cool most of the time. Art is the thing that mystifies a lot of people. Sometimes I hear people speculate about what it's like to be an artist, and it couldn't be more different from what it's like, my experience as someone who makes art for a living. Today I want to talk to you about some of the biggest misconceptions in art, the things people get most wrong about what it means to be an artist, how to think about art, and the process of actually making the art. We ever only see two types of artists portrayed, the uber famous rock star artist and the starving artist. The truth is that most of us exist somewhere in the middle. We work our 9 to 5, and the money's okay, especially if you're in a union, and we do other stuff, our hobbies on the weekends, rinse and repeat. But we never hear about the silent majority because it's not dramatic. It's not sexy working 8 hours a day in front of a computer. And the truth is not everyone is cut out for the job. Or rather, not everyone wanting to be a professional artist is going in with the right expectations. That's why so many art school graduates end up not working as professional artists, because the image of being a professional artist and the reality of actually being one, working day in, day out, is very different. And I think most aspiring artists just aren't prepared for that. I think art schools just aren't doing a good enough job of preparing their students for the rigors of working a job every day. And it is a job, and sometimes jobs can be normal. So I want to show you what a regular workday looks like for me while I tell you about the sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. Art is a constant battle between wanting to create something amazing and feeling frustrated when it doesn't quite meet your expectations. That's where the sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp, comes in. They understand that being an artist isn't just about skill. It's about navigating the emotional ups and downs of your creative journey. So before I get started doing real work, I guess I always like doing a little bit of a warm-up, just some light doodling, usually comfort zone stuff, just to get my creative juices flowing. I always hate that term, creative juices. Having a sustainable career in the arts means you have to be in a place of emotional balance. And BetterHelp has helped me learn that about myself. Being more centered has helped me connect with my creativity, and I just feel more prepared for whatever challenges come my way. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who's trained to give you helpful, unbiased advice. You'll be matched with a therapist who meets your needs and preferences, usually within 48 hours. And you can change your therapist if you want to. It's convenient as you can conduct your sessions over the phone, video calls, or messaging, whatever is more comfortable to you. Scheduling one is also incredibly simple. Use the URL to get 10% off your first month, and the link is in the description. Thanks again to BetterHelp. Art has no rules, but it has rules. I believe that there are universal principles in image making that transcend all culture and time. Things that when a human sees will find beautiful no matter when or where they see it. A sunset will never not be beautiful. Principles like harmony, balance, and contrast. Things that are so deeply rooted into our genetic makeup that if you understand how these work, you can make beautiful art, or at least a pleasing image. I'm a big proponent of breaking the rules in art in the right context. But that's predicated on the fact that you know what these rules are to begin with. So it's really important that you do learn these rules. So maybe art isn't as subjective as most people say it is. It's unfortunate, I hate to say this, but tools do matter. We all know how frustrating it is to draw with a pen that skips or a computer that's too laggy to work with. If something's more pleasant to use, you're more likely to use it. And the more you do something, the better you get at it. Look, I'm not saying to blow your budget on a $1,000 pen and expecting it to solve all your skill issues. All I'm saying is don't default to the cheapest option. Spend an extra few dollars and get a more serviceable tool. Think of it as investing in yourself. Pay attention to the quality of your tools and whether it's adversely affecting you and thus hampering your progress. I'll go out on a limb and say that art might be the most romanticized vocation of all time. After all, there are no muses for accountants. Divine inspiration is reserved for the artiste. Society has a strange way of simultaneously undervaluing and glorifying the artist. And I think they're all wrong. I think it's really not that special. And I don't think that's a bad thing. In fact, it's quite comforting. Art should and can be for everyone, not just a chosen few. Just like how anyone can learn to cook a decent meal, anyone can learn to draw a decent drawing. I'm not here to argue that talent doesn't exist, but I think it matters a lot less than most people think it does. It's not divine, it's not a calling, it's a craft. And just like any craft, it can be developed over time. You learn how to do something, and you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again. Just like math, just like bricklaying, just like accounting. And I hope that cleared up a bunch of things for you, but maybe I missed something. Did you have any realizations that changed the way you thought about art? Were there any misconceptions that you previously held that simply was not true? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching.